Good evening, folks. Thank you for watching. Sometimes when I'm looking through the news, the daily things that happen throughout the United States and across the world, I am left in awe at just how terrible we are as human beings. There are a lot of things that happen on a daily basis that becomes headline coverage, becomes a trending topic. But it's the things that don't make headlines. It's the things that just, the little details that we just don't pay attention to that just astound and disturb me, because if they were to be happening here in the United States or in, any other sort of, I guess, country that people would consider to be of importance, so you call them a first world country maybe, it would garner a lot more attention. Case in point, there's an article on NPR about the pandemic and the effects that it's having on a certain subset of people in Kenya, which is what I would consider an actually well-developed country in Africa. And the title of this is a question: is the pandemic causing a surge in female genital mutilation, or what's called FGM for short? And this article just goes into it. I mean, it talks about how in early December, this woman named Christine Gatti Alphonse taught a menstrual hygiene class to a group of girls 10 to 15 years old in an ethnic Kuria community in Migori County, which is an impoverished rural area in southwest Kenya. And she said normally she gets 25 students. On this day, only 17 showed up. And she said, we lost some of these girls basically to female genital mutilation. According to this woman, 8 girls have gone missing, and they all underwent what she calls the cut, as FGM is also called, and 2 of them have been married off. So what's happening here, I'll kind of just summarize this whole story, is that the pandemic has caused a couple things. It's caused students to be back at home, and basically when they're not able to go to school, they're subject to whatever is happening in their community, which in this case is female genital mutilation. Now, why are these girls undergoing it? Well, the next issue is because of the pandemic, people can't work, they can't get money, they can't buy food. So the way that they are able to afford any of these things is to sell their daughters off to be married. And because of the culture, because of the religious practices, whatever it may be, female genital mutilation is actually a preferred method or tactic to make your daughter more appealing to a suitor. I won't get into all the reasons why. To me, it's just one of those things that was probably done for centuries, for millennia, and it needs to be eradicated. Now, there are many groups out there that I believe, and I'll list them off because I truly believe that these are groups that we should be donating to. So if you want, that's pretty much what this video is about. I wanted to bring attention to it because it's happening, and there are things like this happening all over the world. Female genital mutilation isn't just restricted to Africa. It also happens in many Asian countries as well. But one of the groups is called Samburu Girls Foundation, and I'll also post the links in the description below. There's another one called the Fives Foundation.org. You also have the World Health Organization, which gives you some facts on female genital mutilation, and you can read it. It's really just a terribly horrible thing, and the fact that it's still happening and it doesn't get enough attention, especially now when girls in some of these impoverished countries are even more at risk and more exposed to this happening. Another organization is called irepfoundation.org. You have the Orchid Project, which is actually based out of England, and then you have Safe Engage Foundation. So with the exception of Orchid, most of these are all located in Kenya. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today, because again, we look at this as, the pandemic is affecting my employment, I can't get a job, but we still get unemployment checks. Most of us are, if you don't have a job, we still get the stimulus. And we still are pissed off. We're pissed off that we're only getting $600 and not $2,000. Imagine having to sell your daughter off and to, basically slavery to a man that she doesn't love. And then also imagine that you have to sell them off knowing that they are going to be mutilated in their most precious area of their body. Highly, I mean, I don't need to go into it. It's just disturbing. I have two girls myself. It's disturbing to think that, you know, if I had been born, or if they had been born in that country, that they would be faced with something as heinous and horrendous as that. So please, if you get a chance, donate to these, share this video. Let's get some more exposure, because these are the real issues that I feel like we need to be focused on. All the things that are trending, you know, I could talk about them for days on end and my views would be, you know, whatever. But this is the important stuff. This is really why I want to make these videos. So please, let's help bring more exposure to this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.